Hey, what's up, Coin Fam? I'm Miser, and I make educational videos for coin collectors and coin roll hunters that want to learn how to identify rare and valuable coins in their pocket change. There are plenty of error coins and varieties that are worth collecting or flipping if you know what to look for and have a little luck on your side. In today's video, there are many silver quarters. There are many 1977 quarters. But there's only one 1977D silver quarter. Or is there? We're talking about a super rare quarter worth money, a 1977 Denver minted quarter you should be aware of. In 1977, clad quarters were struck at both the Philadelphia and the Denver mints. Proof quarters were struck at the San Francisco mint. An interesting fact is that this is actually the very first year that the West Point Mint struck quarters as well. Don't get excited though, because these West Point minted quarters weren't struck with a W as a mint mark. They were struck with a P mint mark, so you'll never know if your 1977 quarter was really a West Point quarter or not. There weren't supposed to be any 1977 silver quarters minted in this year, but somehow, maybe due to some mint shenanigans, there's at least one of them out there, and if there's one, there could be two. 1977 was a transitional year for quarters. In 1975 and 1976, Bicentennial quarters were minted to commemorate the bicentennial of the American Revolution. That's why you won't find a 1975 quarter, and if you ever do, you're gonna get paid with a capital A. If you've been coin collecting long enough, you know about transitional coins. There's an increased possibility that an error coin can be produced in transitional years. And when they're produced, they're usually worth pretty good money depending on the condition and their population. In 1976, clad quarters were produced along with silver quarters. The silver quarters were circulation strike and proof strike, and all of the silver quarters were minted at the San Francisco Mint on planchets comprised of 40% silver and 60% copper. Why is all this talk about the silver bicentennial quarter necessary? Because somehow, in the year 1977, when the mint wasn't supposed to have produced any silver quarters, at least one of them was produced and discovered and auctioned off. This 40% silver quarter was struck at the Denver Mint. The theory is that the silver planchet was somehow stuck in a hopper and somehow made it over to the Denver Mint, where it may have been disengaged during the production of the 1977 clad quarter run in Denver. So how do you know if you have one of these silver quarters? There are a few things you're going to want to look for when you're trying to identify a silver quarter. One of the easiest ways to know if your quarter is silver is the sound it makes compared to a clad quarter. You also want to check the edges. You may be fooled by quarters that have been plated or by a collector with too much time on his hands and a bad sense of humor that painted the edges of the quarter silver. The other thing you want to do is to weigh your quarters. A 1977 quarter should weigh about 5.67 grams. A 1976 40% silver planchet comes in at about 5.75 grams. There's very little weight difference between these two planchets. A digital scale is a must-have for any coin collector. If you're in need of a digital scale, take a look at the links below for a couple inexpensive options. So we have a population of one 1977D quarter on a 40% silver planchet. This quarter must be worth tens of thousands of dollars, right? Well, it should be, but this one isn't, and here's why. This one-of-a-kind transitional error sold at auction just a few years back in 2016 for only $4,935. Now that is a lot for a coin that's supposed to be worth 25 cents, but because it was improperly cleaned, it didn't even receive a number grade from NGC. It was given a grade of XF, and this is a perfect example of why you should never clean your coins. If you don't know what you're doing, you can severely decrease the value of your coin. If you want to learn more about how to identify a silver quarter, click on that video to the left. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to check your change.